Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all staying safe and well, and welcome back to the Citizen channel. And it's time is it 5? I can't even see what time. It's 4:25 p.m. on Sunday, the 10th of January 2021. So I've just put together the vlog now after the City victory. Comfortable victory, wasn't it? All over by half time. Obviously, a City 3-0 victory over Birmingham City. The other City, not the proper City, not like us. 1:30 p.m. kickoff, so it's given me the time to do this so I can get it out at the evening of the game, which is nice. So join me as we have a quick match analysis, match stats, my player ratings, and the Manchester Evening News, Mr. Bukowski's player ratings. I'm fairly sure. I've not heard much about Stuart Brennan lately. I hope he's okay. I know he's been a bit poorly, hasn't he? We'll have the quirky stats, of course. Any conclusions we can make? Not really many from that game, I don't think. And any fallouts from the headlines? Not really. The headlines are quite self-explanatory. I've just had a quick flick through to see some of the headlines. Please join me for this little match analysis. Anyway, please, if you're new to the channel, you're not already sub, please. I'm getting towards 600 subs now, please. That's fantastic. My appreciation for everybody who's done that. And but if you're not sub yet, please get a sub. Tell your City supporting friends about this vlog, this little secret that a lot of people are now discovering, fortunately. And obviously my subs are increasing steadily, so that's nice to see, and thank you very much. And please just check my playlist. You'll also see stuff on my film and TV channel as well, so if you're into films and TV, have a look at that. Go over and have a look at that. Or if you know someone who might be interested, just point me in my direction and get them to sub as well. That'd be fantastic. All comments very welcome. Thumbs ups, please. Any thumbs ups are fantastic. I mean, so a couple of my recent vlogs have got lots more thumbs up than usual. It's always nice to get them. It brings a smile to an old man's face when I see thumbs up. So that's much appreciated, and give a thumbs up. I say that's superb. And just watch any of these City vlogs, City history, City past, City present, quizzes, everything you can ask for, all in on this one channel. Right, here we go. Let's have a look at this game. iPlayer, wasn't it? It was on the BBC iPlayer, so I didn't have any problems on there. I think I stuttered a little bit for a few seconds in the second half, but nothing too bad compared to some of the stuff I have to watch these days, because I don't sub to any of the big sports channels. So it's nice to get a channel that I can actually watch it in peace and not stress over it. I might lose my stream and stuff like that. Yeah, the City starting lineup, what a weird lineup that was. Yeah, certainly some players in there I didn't expect. 5 changes to the United game. Stephen, Cancelo, Diaz, Walker, Mendy, Rodri, Mahrez, KDB, captain. Very surprised to see KDB playing. Foden, Bernardo and Jesus on the subs bench. Edison, nice to see him back. Stones, Gundogan, Fernandinho, Zinchenko, Delap. It was nice to see him. I didn't expect to see him. I thought he'd disappeared. I thought he'd done a runner. Howard, Bellis, Nemetcha and Mbete. I got 6 correct, but please forgive me on that. I mean, obviously the thing's up there on the screen, isn't it? But how was I to know? I don't know how Pep's mind works. I don't know how the COVID's working. I didn't know Aguero was going to be left out because he's near someone who's got COVID. It's just a joke, isn't it? I mean, these teams, I mean, just off subject a little bit, but obviously FA Cup, these teams having to play youth teams. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, you know, it's just everyone's playing on regardless. It's a little bit wrong to me, isn't it? It just seems all a little bit wrong. Some of the pre-match social media talk, obviously, Grandad at Grandad's Blue said where something is Aguero. Well, obviously he didn't know then, did he? And even worse, why is Diaz and De Bruyne anywhere near this game with our upcoming fixtures? I mean, very good, valid point there. Chris at Quinny for 854 said, no Aguero, no Laporte. What's that all about? Well, as I said, we did find out about Aguero, didn't we? Hamish at Hamish MCFC. Diaz, Rodri and De Bruyne are just going to start every game until their bodies simply combust. So there you go. That's quite funny. So that was quite interesting. The referee, of course, Robert Jones. His linos tonight, or last on tonight, or before when I watched this, Edward Smart, Scott Ledger. 4th official was Martin Atkinson, and on VAR we have Mr. Graham Scott, and assistant VAR Matthew Wilkes. Yeah, match summation and stats. First 45 minutes, 8 minutes, 1-0, wasn't it? Somehow, I don't know how Bernardo kept that down. He got right over it, fantastic into the roof of the net. That was a fantastic goal by Bernardo, and there's more to come from him, wasn't it? Shame we didn't get that third, wasn't it? 13 minutes, Jesus had a good chance that got deflected for a corner. 15 minutes, a good move with the lovely outside of the foot, wasn't it, from Mahrez to KDB, back to Bernardo, a simple side foot to make it 2-0. He's on for an hat-trick, isn't he, after 15 minutes? Sadly not. 19 minutes on good defending when Birmingham had a rare forage up front by Rodri. He actually come back and defended quite well. There's some poorish tackles coming in, mainly from Birmingham, and obviously the ref was a little bit too lenient, I thought. I think he should have clamped down a little bit sooner, but that'll reflect on my ref score later on. 29 minutes, Jesus goals for goal, but obviously after a great ball by KDB. Perhaps should have crossed, I'm not sure, but he decided to dink it over, didn't he? And it wasn't going in anyway, but the defender cleared it. 33 minutes, a great run by Mahrez, feeds Foden, whose quick shot, of course, makes it 3-0 for City in the far corner. The keeper didn't get, I don't think the keeper had any real chance. He never got much time to think about it. It's great when Foden sort of hits him first time like that. A bit like KDB-esque, isn't it, where he doesn't think about it, just hits it, and the keeper doesn't have time to react as quickly as he should. 35 minutes, Stefan comfortable from a fizzing shot in the wet, but he had 2 or 3 after that. He wasn't so comfortable. Jesus on 36 minutes, another dink over the keeper, but going wide before. Yeah, that first one, sorry, it was blocked, wasn't it? This was the dink over the keeper. The first one he sort of just blasted at the keeper. This was his dink over that was going wide before it was cleared. 41 minutes, great technique again by Bernardo, but he hit the side net, didn't he? He carried it nice and low, so sort of hit it with his left foot. Well, that would have been a sweet hat-trick, wouldn't it? But half-time 3-0, well, we didn't know, did we? Game over. My comment at half-time that I wrote down here, that I will share, get some kids on for the second half after about 15 minutes at least, Pep. We weren't to know he was going to do it straight away, did we? But there you go, where we had Taylor, Harwood, Bellis, Nemetcha and Stones on for Diaz, KDB and Cancelo. So, I mean, KDB was putting some tackles in as well, so I was desperate for him to get off the pitch because I thought he was going to injure himself at one stage. Bernardo had chances to get his hat-trick, didn't he? At 57 minutes, he couldn't poke home that bit of a scramble, didn't he? He was wide on 58 minutes when he perhaps could have done a little bit better, and he pulled a 12-yard effort wide on 67 minutes, so it just wasn't going to be for Bernardo, was it? 60 minutes, Mahrez had the ball in the net, but just offside, and we didn't see any lines, did we? There's no lines being drawn, but it was quite tight looking at it. I wouldn't have minded seeing some lines, just to clarify, but hey, there you go. Different rules when City are playing, isn't it? 66 minutes, Rodri was off, Fernandinho came on. 74 minutes, Walker was booked. I don't remember him fouling anyone or anything. It wasn't a particularly bad foul. I mean, I think the ref just wanted to make a point after he didn't bother in the first half booking many people. 75 minutes, Jesus, he hadn't had a great game. Delap on. Delap just had one weak header, didn't he? He did a bit of defending up the other end where he shoulder charged the guy, but yeah, just one sort of feeble-headed attempt. 84 minutes, yeah, 84 minutes. I mean, Brum put us on the back foot for 2 or 3, Birmingham put us on the back foot for 2 or 3 minutes, didn't they? A couple of half chances, and this is where Stefan was sort of dropping the odd ball, wasn't quite collecting it. It was difficult. It's a wet ball, it's a wet pitch, but yeah, a little bit of a worry, I must admit. But we saw that out, didn't we? We saw that 2 or 3 minute dominance of Birmingham, and we sort of saw out the rest of the game. So full-time 3-0. Ref watch, yeah, as I said, I wasn't overly impressed. He was far too lenient. He's an okay ref. He didn't quibble. He's not going to jump to give penalties or free kicks needlessly. But again, he's got to know when to clamp down. I think he was a bit weak at that. So I'm only going to give him 5.5 out of 10, which is obviously half a point below my standard 6 out of 10, which is my bog standard rating for the ref. So yeah, okay, but not overly impressed. Match stats: shots from City 16 to 8 by Birmingham. On target, only 6 of City's were on target. That's 33%, and it's not too bad. 2 of Birmingham's were on target. Possession 74% for City, so that's quite good. Passes 785 against 274. Pass completion, so that was 91% on City, so again up in the 90s. We like to see it in the 90s, don't we? Birmingham was only 74%. Fouls 2 by City, 10 by Birmingham. 2. I wonder if we'll ever see 0 by City. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Corners 5 for City, 3 for Birmingham. Right, on to the player ratings. Simon Bukowski, of course, for the MEN. And my little starting score today is 6.5. So if a player has a good standard, bog standard, good game, he's going to get a 6.5. If he's worse than that, he'll get less. If he's better than that, he'll get more. So that's my ratings. I have no idea what Simon's basis is, but here we go. So I'll start with Simon's description, and I'll add my little two pennyworth at the end. Stefan, here we go. Considering Birmingham had so little of the ball, Stefan was kept surprisingly busy and had to make a few saves. A comfortable afternoon for the US stopper. I don't think it was. Who deserves more game time in the future rounds. He's given him a 7. Yeah, I'll give him a 6.5. I will give him the standard, but he did a couple of times. He sort of fumbled it, didn't he? I don't think it was that comfortable for the amount of time he was put under pressure, unfortunately. But hey, he'll be all right. He started all right. He did okay. He's just saying that just went off the boil a little bit. Cancelo has arguably been the most creative player this season, other than De Bruyne, and was pushing forward in central midfield at every opportunity. He did, however, spend far too much of his half on the pitch losing possession. He did unnecessarily. So he's given him a 6. Yeah, I'm going to lose him half a point as well. He did lose possession. I did notice I put little crosses on my thing there about players. Yeah, so I'm going to give him a 6 as well. Not overly great from Cancelo today. Walker played as a right back or centre back, depending on where Cancelo was and how City were progressing with the ball. Vocal in organising defence, he always is, and encouraging to see him get through 90 minutes. Yeah, so he's given him a 7. I'll give him my bog standard 6.5. I'm just going to give him the standard. I don't think he was anything above the ordinary, to be honest with you. Diaz, Guardiola spoke about how he can play 3 times a week before this one, so maybe it shouldn't have been a surprise to see him start. One rash lunge, but otherwise did his job with minimal fuss. Yeah, just give him a 7 again. As steady Diaz. I'll give him a 6.5. Mendy's first start since a turgid draw against West Brom last month, and Birmingham did enjoy getting in behind him on a few occasions. Didn't really get forward to whip any balls into the box. He certainly didn't. The strongest part of his game, of course, that's what it is. And he's been asked to play within himself, I think, just recently by Pep when he has played. So you can see that, can't you, in what we're watching. Simon give him a 6. I've given him 6.5. He played within himself. I'm not going to document any points for anything particularly, but he's. I mean, if Mendy's going to play like this, he's not the Mendy that Pep really wants, is he? But I think he's once bitten, twice shy. I think he's a bit worried about Pep shouting at him, to be honest, because I think Pep's fell out with him, but he knows he has to play him. Rodri upset his manager in the first half when he turned into trouble and didn't get rid quick enough, but otherwise he recycled possession efficiently and kept the team pointed in the right direction. Yeah, so he's give Rodri a 7. Again, I'll give him a standard 6.5. I say he did a good standard job against, let's face it, no disrespect, but a sort of low-down championship team at the moment. Bernardo, lovely technique to score his first goal and then made the right run to bag another. Could not replicate that success in the second half. None of the players had a great second half when a few opportunities for a hat-trick presented themselves. So he's given him an 8. Yeah, I'm going to give him 8. Really should have had 3, but overall a good display. I think I saw 1 or 2 misplaced passes. Most of the time he did the right thing, and a brace of goals, so no complaints. So I'm going to give him 8, and Simon's given him an 8. KDB's class quickly shone through with a number of defence splitting passes. Yeah, I thought he had a good game. He's one of his better games he's had, actually. Another assist for the season, but will surely have been grateful to put his feet up in the second half. So he's given him an 8. Yep, I've matched that. I give him an 8. Quality, he was even putting, as I say, he was even putting his foot in and tackling and stuff like that, which scared me a little bit because I thought he was going to injure himself. Mahrez, City's best player in the first half. Yeah, close to his best, as he clinically punched holes in the Birmingham defence. Quieter in the second, but unfortunately denied a lovely goal when he volleyed home from Rodri's chip, but was given offside in what looked a dubious decision. He certainly did. He's given him a 9. I mean, Simon's very generous, isn't he? Again, I give him an 8. I'm not going to go. I nearly went to 8.5, but yeah, as you'll see from my man in a match later, obviously it was between 3 players. So yeah, I've given him an 8. Really good quality first half, very quiet second half, but did deserve. He did once that goal got chalked off. I don't think we did see much of him anyway. But he did deserve to score that. Unfortunately, it was classed as offside. Foden, another start, another goal, more promising signs. Foden is difficult to leave out of the team on this form. He's also enjoyed dropping back into midfield. So just give him a 7. Yeah, I'll give him an extra because of the goal. Not his greatest game, but again, he's always willing, isn't he? He wasn't as perhaps as clever with some of his nice touches today. But yeah, I'm going to give him 7 because he did score the goal as well. Jesus, promising to see him slot back into the team on his first appearance since testing positive for COVID-19. Should be disappointed to have missed a few opportunities to get on the score sheet in what was a rout. Yeah, so he's given him a 6. I've agreed. I think he looked tired. He certainly didn't look like the old Jesus. I don't think he was quite ready. and surprised that he started the game, to be honest with you. But hey, I think we know a lot more now about his fitness, or certainly Pep will, and the coaching staff. Subs: Howard, Bellis for Cancelo. Nearly turned the ball. These were half time, weren't they? Nearly turned the ball from a corner and settled in alongside Stones without fuss. He's given him a 7. Yeah, I'm just going to give all the subs a standard 6.5. I didn't notice anything bad particularly, although Stones, I'll come on to him in a minute. So I'll give him 6.5. Simon give him 7. Stones came on as well. They targeted by Port Vale striker in the FA Cup last year. He was untouchable here as he led the defence in picking up where Diaz had left off. Yeah, he's given him a 7. I've only given him a 6.5, but I've forgiven him a couple of misplaced chances as well, misplaced passes as well. I don't think it was his best game. I think I said in the preview, I think Stones is a far better player with Diaz next to him. And with that responsibility of leading that back, he did well, but again, just a couple of little mistakes. But I will give him the standard 6.5. Nemetchia, again, at half-time, started off tentatively but grew into the game. Natural run the ball, more difficult to impress with the contest of. Yeah, Simon's given a 7 again, I've given him 6.5. I thought it was okay. A bit lumbering for me, but as I said, he did sort of get himself into the game late, as it passed along. But yeah, nothing outstanding, was it? Let's be honest about it. Further for Rodron 67, needed to do more as the team slackened in the final 20 minutes and allowed Birmingham to threaten Steffen's goal. Yeah, he's been a bit cruel with Werner there. He's given him a 6, but I can see his point. But I mean, yeah, was that his role to do that? I'm not too sure. So I will give him the benefit of the doubt and give him a 6.5. Delap for Jesus on 76 minutes. Seemed as surprised as everyone else when a ball was chipped into the box at head height, given City's preference for keeping it on the floor. Yeah, he did see to sort of hang there for a while and not quite get it right, did he? He's given him a 6, which is a bit cruel, I think, when he's been giving 9s and 8s out. But yeah, I'll give him a standard 6.5, Delap. City's a man of the match. As I said, it was between 2, wasn't it? I had KDB, Mahrez and Bernardo all on 8, and I nearly give it Mahrez, as I said, but I'm going to give it Bernardo because he scored a brace of goals, and he was a little bit unlucky to not get a third. A little bit panicking, snatched at a couple, didn't he? But yeah, I'm going to give it Bernardo again, although, as I said, only just from Mahrez and KDB, to be honest with you. But I've got to give, if I'm not going to share it, I'll just give it him. Yeah, quirky stats. Yeah, there's no real post-match interviews. It's far too early after the game to get anything exciting or interesting. I mean, they usually spiel out the same sort of rubbish anyway, don't they? So there's nothing exciting there anyway to report on. The quirky stats, of course, here we go with that. Up to Joe. Birmingham are winless in their last 12 away games against City in all competitions, drawn 2, lost 10, with this their first visit since a League Cup tie in September 2011. So they're now winless in the last 13 games, aren't they? Bernardo Silva scored the first goal in 16 appearances at the Etihad Stadium, with his previous strike coming against Fulham back in January 2020. So he scored another as well. Phil Foden has been directly involved in 12 goals in all competitions this season, 7 goals and 5 assists, and most of any under-21 player for Premier League sides. Manchester City have won each of their last 7 FA Cup home games, their best home winning run in the competition since January 1946. And before you start, no, I wasn't there in January 1946 when they did 14 in a row. So we've got a few to go, haven't we, to do that. Stat City, Bernardo Silva has now scored 31 goals for City in all competitions, the same amount that's Hooks scored. Huckabee, is that? Hooks 6DH6. Assume it might be Huckabee scored for the club. I'd have to look into that one. You might know. Who's that? Hooks 6DH6. Huckabee? Could be. Man City have now scored 50 goals in all competitions in the 2021 season. I think that was when the second goal went in, but obviously we've scored 50 plus now. This is just the second time Bernardo Silva scored 2 goals in a single game for City in all competitions. Unusual. Phil Foden, he's not prolific though, is he? Phil Foden is now Man City's leading goal scorer alongside Raheem Sterling and Torres this season in all competitions. Well done, Phil. Manchester City have scored 32 goals in their 7 home FA Cup matches since that defeat to Karanka's Middlesbrough in 2015. That was a nightmare game, wasn't it? I remember that one. A rate of 4.5 goals per game. Some of the headlines on City's own site. City ease into the FA Cup 4th round with a comfortable win over Birmingham. We did. Birmingham Live, they say Manchester City coasted past Birmingham City at the Etihad with a first half goal blitz that had the Blues head spinning. So it certainly will. we're used to it, aren't we? Our heads weren't spinning. beIN Sports, silver at the double as Guardiola's men cruise into the fourth round. The BBC, Manchester City produced a polished performance to outclass Birmingham and reach the FA Cup fourth round. We certainly did. The Daily Fail, Bernardo Silva hits a brace, Phil Foden scores as Pep Guardiola's side ease into the fourth round. The Sun, or the Scum, or whatever people want to call it, Manchester City 3, Birmingham 0, Bernardo Silva at the double as City blow away championship struggles with ease. So there you go. Conclusions from that game, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. Yeah, we put it to bed in the first half again, didn't it? That sort of tends to be what we do. The three changes sort of stopped the flow a little bit in the second half, didn't it? But yeah, I mean, the commentators are making a big thing about Pep being all animated on the touchline and not being very happy, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know who the young lady was that I listened to on the commentary, but that Warnock guy, I have no idea who he is, to be honest with you. Apparently, he did score against City for Aston Villa, but yeah, I can't remember him. I'd have to do a Google search and remind myself who he is and what he did. But yeah, I think they were trying to make a bit much of it in the same way they were sort of trying to say. Was it Diaz had done a late tackle? And I thought it was a brilliant tackle. Wanted him to get lucky not to get sent off. I mean, but it seems to be every single commentator that commentates on a City game has some negativity to spout against City. But hey, there you go. That's just how it is. So yeah, they did what they had to do. Let's say 3-0 was comfortable. It would have been nice to make it 4 or 5, but they did what they had to do and won the game. As for Birmingham City, well, they are. You can see why they're perhaps struggling, can't you? From in the Championship at the moment, which is always a tough division, the Championship, to get out of. They've got 2 or 3 okay players there. I say that big lad Roberts, I'm only outrun Foden. I thought Foden was going to zoom past him, but I think his big long legs got him there, didn't he? And was it Sanchez up front looked all right? I quite liked him when they did have the ball. Obviously, it didn't happen much, did it? But yeah, they looked all right. I think they should have. I think they're 18th at the moment, which is like just above the bottom 6. So I think they should have enough to stay out of the relegation zone. For you Birmingham fans, if any Birmingham fans are watching this, I doubt it. But yeah, I think they should be all right. I don't see any possibility that they're going to get relegated. Let's face it, it's going to be a funny season, this, whatever happens. But I think they've got enough there from what we saw to do, especially in the second half. I mean, all right, we sort of took the foot off the gas a little bit, didn't we? But no, all credit to them. They did okay, and I think we all did okay, didn't we? Anyway, thanks for joining me for this quick little analysis after the game. I usually put this out the day after, but I thought I'd get this out of the way. I'm up early and work tomorrow anyway, so I'll get this done now and posted tonight. So hope you enjoy that. Let me know in the comments what you think anyway. And of course, I'll be back with a preview of the Brighton Premier League game. So that will probably be on Tuesday. I'll be back with that. The game kicks off on Wednesday night, doesn't it? Against Brighton and Hove Albion. Please check out my recent Citizen channel past vlogs. One on a player called John Ryan, who played for us very briefly in 1982. Was actually made his debut with City. I think City were actually top of the league at that time. Wouldn't last long, but yeah. So just a little vlog on John Ryan. There'll be links there anyway to that one, and I'll be doing that. See that in the background there. Of course, a little tribute today, but obviously that's the Manchester Evening News 12-page thing. I'll be doing a little look at that with us, a little 10-12 minute vlog. Just have a quick flick through that. It's only 12 pages. I'm sure they could fill 20, 30, 40 times that much, if they really wanted to. But I've not even had a look yet. I'm going to save it for actually having a look at it and share it with you when we have a look. Have a good look with you, first time look, rather than do any preparation on that. Just a little bit different. It's just a bit more fun. Keeps me on my toes when I do things like that. So I hope you'll join me for that in the next couple of days. Hopefully I'll be able to do that for you and share that with you. And if you haven't got it, I picked up the last couple of copies at my local shop. But obviously, just try and get it. If you can get hold of the Manchester Evening News for Sunday, the Sunday edition, then obviously that's there. So just check if you've not already done it. You might be able to get it tomorrow on Monday as well if there's any stock left. Anyway, thanks for joining for this big match analysis. Manchester City 3. Birmingham City 0, FA Cup round 3. So we'll get to know what obviously the draw for the 4th and 5th round are made together, aren't they? I think on Monday. Monday what date are we on today? Monday the 11th of January, the draw for the 4th and 5th round are made together. So that'll be interesting, won't it? Do you think, what do you reckon we'll get Liverpool or United just for a change? Because we tend to avoid them last few years, haven't we? But with this strange season, you never know. Anyway, thanks for joining me for this big match analysis. Whatever you do the rest of it, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. So we meet again here, hopefully on the Citizen channel, or perhaps you flit across to have a deco at my film and TV channel. But whatever it is, please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. I'll see you all saying. I can't even say it now. See you all again very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.